About 2 people per day die here in the United States from a bicycle-related crash.
Well, when I was hit, I had just left work and I was just riding home.
I heard the car gun it, and I had about 3 pedal strokes in me trying to avoid getting hit, get away from him, and I couldn't.
In the ER in the trauma bay, we actually see a lot of bicycle injuries.
When I landed, I don't necessarily remember anything particularly because my mind was like, get out of the street. You know, you don't want to be hit again.
The front wheels rolled over my legs, and I started to get dragged, and I was yelling and thinking, he's gotta hear me, he's gotta hear me, he's gonna stop. And he didn't.
Most bicyclists have multiple injuries as a result of being hit by a motor vehicle.
I mostly landed on my shoulder and upper arm, and so I dislocated my shoulder about 3 to 4 inches in. The whole bone broke through the top of the shoulder, and then the outside of it shattered like an eggshell.
When the wheels rolled over my legs the second time, it kind of crushed the pelvis from inside.
What took a few seconds is going to take a year or possibly more to come back from.
My 8-year-old son wouldn't come to see me in the hospital because he was afraid I was going to die.
Bicyclists have rights, just as drivers do. And with those rights come responsibilities. The responsibility to use caution, use their senses, and follow the rules of the road.
In the case of a motor vehicle colliding with a bicyclist, the larger the vehicle, the more likely you are to be injured severely. And a lot of the bicyclists, when they get hit by the vehicle, they fly off their bicycle. And because of the momentum of the bicyclist, it's usually head first. Helmets are very protective. Of all the injuries that a person can sustain, head injuries are the ones that don't heal very well. A broken bone can heal, but a broken brain doesn't heal very well.
A truck versus a bicyclist is hardly a fair fight. Compare a 50,000-pound truck to a bike rider weighing 200 pounds. The truck has a 250 to 1 weight advantage. That's like comparing you to a kitten. And weight isn't the only difference. A bike doesn't typically have a good view of what's ahead from 8 feet up, or a profile you can easily see with a casual glance in your rearview mirror. Bikes can travel where you don't look for vehicles. You may encounter them where bike paths and sidewalks meet the road. A cyclist may pull up beside you in your lane. In fact, a bicycle can become completely invisible to a driver.
2% of all motor vehicle crashes or collisions involve bicyclists.
It doesn't have to be that way. Here's how you can help prevent collisions with cyclists.
Bicycle riders had the right to be there.
And they have the right to use the entire lane.
Cyclists can suddenly swerve to the left.
A cyclist riding close to the curb may veer left to avoid an obstacle or to prepare to turn.
Give them plenty of room when you pass.
As a best practice, Waste Management recommends at least 3 feet of clearance when passing a cyclist. Some local laws require as much as 6 feet, so check the law in your area.
Not everyone follows the rules of the road, you know.
Some do, some don't, so it's smart to assume that none will.
You never know when that bike you just passed will roll up to your right side as you're slowing down.
So, check your right side mirror before turning right.
People on bicycles are slower than other people in traffic.
Keep in mind that bikes aren't always in sync with other traffic. After stopping, a bike may initially move faster than other vehicles. But bikes are often slower than surrounding vehicles operating at speed. More than ever, people are biking for fun, exercise, and transportation. If you're one of them, keep it safe. Follow the rules of the road. Wear a helmet. Make sure you're visible to motorists. And ride without music, phone, or other distractions. like pedestrians, cyclists have virtually no protection should they be hit. Let's do our part to make the roads safer by keeping these tips in mind when bikes are nearby.
A bike safety expert is hit by a car on their way home from work. A man heading home from a day of biking is dragged underneath a car. When I heard Jack and Kristen's stories, I couldn't help but think about my own kids riding their bikes. Maybe you thought about your family and friends too. And I know that right now, we're all thinking about our role in bike safety. As a professional driving one of the most powerful trucks out there, you can help protect the most vulnerable people on the road, cyclists. At Waste Management, Mission to Zero isn't a safety campaign. It's a way of life. It's our core and foundation, every day, every mile, and every minute. Thanks for watching, and remember to safely share the roadway.